Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Employer Spotlight. My name is Aika Torres. I'm the graduate assistant for the UIS Career Development Center, and I'm joined today by my colleague, Kristen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen Nisbet-White, and I work in Employer Relations and Career Advising in the Career Center, and happy to be with you today. Thanks.
Today, we're joined by Bea Bonner from NPR Illinois. Bea, please introduce yourself, and can you share with us what drew you to NPR Illinois?
Yeah, so again, my name is Bea Bonner, and I just want to thank you both for having me today. I work at NPR Illinois, which is the public radio station located on the UIS campus in the WUIS building. So you've probably had math classes in there, maybe a couple of computer science classes, and also the babies are in this building, so even better. But again, I work at NPR Illinois, which is a public radio station. We are an affiliate station of NPR, which is the big national public radio in Washington, D.C., all around the United States. There are many affiliate stations. We just so happen to be one of them in Illinois. There's one in Chicago, Urbana, Peoria, Normal, Illinois, the Quad Cities. So pretty much everywhere you go in Illinois, you can find an NPR station, but we are the one on campus. You're probably wondering what public radio means. That just means we are publicly supported through donations from people like you, maybe your parents, maybe some of your aunties and your cousins, I don't know. So yeah, we take donations. We also are funded through a lot of grants and different things in the community. So I always like to make that clear because I know it comes up when people ask, what is public radio? So anyway, the reason I was attracted to NPR and NPR Illinois was because I always wanted to go into radio or something with communication. So when I found out there was a station on campus, I ended up applying to be a Leadership Live student worker in my senior year while I attended UIS. And then I was able to apply for a full-time job once I graduated. So I thought it was really cool to have that opportunity.
Thank you so much. And what an amazing trajectory of student to professional. It's so exciting. Yeah. Can you tell us a unique or fun fact about NPR Illinois? Or that's a unique or fun fact to you?
I would say a unique thing is that we are located on campus. A lot of the NPR stations are located and are a joint licensee with universities and community colleges. There are some that are, basically in the community, like WBEZ in Chicago is located at Navy Pier. They aren't on a university or a college campus, but NPR Illinois is. And I think that's really unique because we get to see students every day. It's easier to get student workers and for other students to get that experience. It's really fun seeing the babies from the Cox Center, walking right outside of my window every day when they're going outside to play. I think something else that's really unique is that we're located in Springfield, which is the capital of Illinois. So we're right where all the government and political drama, no, I'm kidding, but we're right where all the action is happening, really. So it's a really nice place to cover the news and be in the middle of what makes Illinois, Illinois.
Great, thank you so much. Can you share with us what kind of positions are available at NPR Illinois? So I know that you had started as a student worker and here you are. And so can you kind of share with us what that looks like for people?
Yeah, so I would say typically we are really open to taking in interns or, student workers, Leadership Live, graduate assistants, GPSI, whatever it is. We have different departments here at NPR Illinois. I just so happen to be in the audience, what we call like audience development, so programming. So I co-host a show called Community Voices. It's basically an interview show that talks about those human interest stories you usually don't hear in the news. So we talk to ghost hunters, we get to talk to musicians, we get to talk to your local artists, whoever has an interesting story, we like to highlight them on this show. Right now, we currently have a Leadership Live worker for that program, but we're always looking for more student workers to help out with community voices and do some editing, to do some recording and that sort of thing. We also have a news department, and that's more of your typical journalism. So that's going out and going to the Capitol and sitting in session. That's, going downtown to cover some event that's happening. So we typically sometimes have PAR students that come intern or other communication students that intern in the newsroom. Also, we have a business department. This year, we were fortunate to have a GPSI worker in business. So that's helping with fun things that I don't find fun, like the audit and different things like that, and doing grants and getting that experience. We're also nonprofit, as I stated before. So it's a really good opportunity for different students who may want to go into some type of public administration, nonprofit work to get some experience here in grant writing, searching for those grants, making community connections. If you're into fundraising or developing relations with donors, it's a good place to get student experience. Or if you just want to get on radio and have a talk show one day, it's a really good place to learn how to interview people, develop skills, learn how to talk, communicate, and actually be able to edit what you're doing, because we're going into a society where more and more they want you to learn how to do everything. So you don't just have a talk show host anymore. The talk show host has to be able to find the interviews and be able to edit it and go back and turn these interviews into short stories for the websites. So really, we have a lot of opportunities for students in all areas. It's just as simple as shooting us an email, sitting down for an interview, and seeing where we can best use you. For full-time work, we currently had a couple of positions closed, but those may be rebooting in the future. I don't know, but we're always looking for people to submit resumes and come talk to us about different things. In the future, I think we'll be looking for more salespeople. So that's going out to different companies in the area and gaining sponsorships for different projects and programs we run here. Also, reporters, always looking for good reporters to add to our team. So I would say in those areas, and in the future, probably more people in audience development and fundraising. So if you're looking for full-time or student opportunities, don't hesitate to shoot us an email.
Thank you. That's really good information to be aware of. What would you say are some of the most important skills or characteristics that would make someone successful at NPR Illinois?
Oh, wow. So our team is really unique and diverse. And that's one thing that really attracted me to the team. So you have to have a really open personality. When you work in news and when you work in media, you hear different types of stories that you may not all the time agree with. There are different topics or different people that have varying viewpoints, and you have to be very, not biased and just, report the news or interview the subject. It's hard not to get attached to some of these stories. It's hard not to feel a type of way about something you may not agree with, and that's okay because everybody has a different opinion. But by being open, you're doing your job by being open. I would also say we're a small team, so being kind to one another, somebody that's kind and that could communicate. It's really easy for us to go around the corner here in the office and ask somebody for help with something. And because we're such a small team, we're always helping each other out in that way. And I would just say somebody that's open to learning new things, because like I said, you have to learn how to do more than one thing because the station is small, number one. Number two, because media, they want you to learn how to do it all now. So I may not be that good at graphic making or something, but I need to start, getting those skills up, because when we have events, somebody has to do it. So I would say those are the top three things.
Wonderful, thank you. So our last question for you is, how would you describe NPR Illinois' workplace culture? And what would you want potential applicants to know about the day-to-day operations and the workflow at NPR Illinois?
Oh, NPR Illinois is so fun. I think we're a really fun bunch. We're always trying to find things to do in the community. And I think that's one thing that makes us so special. I think it's one thing to talk the talk, but honey, you got to walk the walk too. So if we're out in the community covering events, and especially my show, Community Voices, if we're out there talking to people in the community, we actually have to be out in the community and support, the people out there. So you may find the NPR Illinois team downtown having a good time at Cafe Moxo, or visiting Reverie Apparel, or going over to Whimsy Tea, or going to Itty Bitty Fashion Trunk trying to, find some cute tops or whatever. So we're always trying to be out in the community. And I think that's what makes us so special. I think that really describes our workplace. It's very positive. I like to call the Community Voices team back here the party corner, because we're always back here shouting ideas at each other, being really collaborative, trying to have a good time. I also think everybody is very caring. Through life, you go through different trials and tribulations, and it makes it so much better when you have a team that understands and can hold your hand through some of that. I think we're really good at doing that. And also, nobody's afraid to be able to express their opinion. Like I said, we're all unique. We all have different perspectives. And it's really hard in media sometimes to, keep your emotions very straight sometimes. But I like the fact that everybody is respectful of other people's cultures, beliefs. Everybody is really big about equity and justice and diversity, because those are a lot of topics we have to cover. And especially me as a Black woman, as a young Black woman at that, I just feel very welcome and I feel very loved here. And it's just been a great ride here at NPR Illinois and at UIS too. The UIS culture, I think, bleeds into WUIS and in our building and our studio. So, yeah.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you would like to share before we wrap up?
You can listen to Community Voices Monday through Saturdays. You can listen on the weekdays at noon and Saturdays at 5 p.m. And if you can't listen on the radio, you can always go to nprillinois.org under Community Voices to listen and listen to State Week, statewide Illinois issues, and all our wonderful programs. So thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you, Bea. You have it. Your pitch is down. My God, you can tell that you are an amazing journalist, broadcaster extraordinaire, and all the things.
Tuning in tonight.
Yes, tune in.
that was our call to action. All right. Well, thank you so much, and that will wrap up our employer spotlight for today. Thank you again, Bea, for joining us. Thank you, Ika, and we will close it out. Bye, everyone.
Bye.